this week. I forgot. Oh, I didn't tell Fatima. All right. So we are live on this good Tuesday. Back with these knuckleheads. Who called y'all knuckleheads? I can't forget. I forgot who said that. And it just stuck with
One
me.
of them females.
One of those females.
One of them damn females.
All right. So we're gonna give people time to come in. Let me see. Let me find where my button at, Victor? Here we go.
What? You don't know where your button at? you don't know where your button at?
Here we go. Well, we are all back together on this Tuesday. Yes, back together again on this Tuesday. Back together on this Tuesday. Back together on this Tuesday. Everybody clap your hands. Mm, 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 mm. Well, look who's not participating. This one right here. All right. Well, happy Tuesday to everyone out there. Thank y'all so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. I am your host, Veronica, back with you on this great Tuesday. Over here to my left, your right, maybe. Victor White is back with us tonight.
He just threw confetti.
I don't know how he be doing that. Like,
well, I just did like that.
And confetti came everywhere.
Yeah.
Brother Fatine, all the way from WBLS, is back with us, New York.
What up?
So glad to have everybody back in the hot seat on this terrific Tuesday. Happy New Year to all of you out there who we haven't, said Happy New Year to yet. Brother Fatine is back with us. Pretty sure there's a lot that been going on in his life since last year.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Cooking for folks.
Yeah. Cooking for folks and doing a little sprinkling there and here and everywhere. All right.
You so ain't tagged nobody.
I tagged you guys. I promise I did. Yep.
Oh, well, maybe it'll come through later, but I don't see it.
Yep, I tagged y'all. And so how was you guys' weekend? We're back. First of all, let me say this before we get into this. Shouts out to Greenleaf Cafe at McLeod Health and Fitness Center. I had me another salmon wrap tonight, and it was delicious. I also had some hot coffee, a latte, specially made by Wayne, the chef there, and it was absolutely amazing. It tastes just like I was getting coffee from Starbucks. It was absolutely amazing. They have one of those fancy machines there where they can make all this fabulous coffee. They also have tea, and they have things for this time of year, soups, just to get your body all warm and cozy. But yeah,
you were saying the right word. Cuddly. What's the problem? It's cuffing season. What the hell? It's cuffing season. Cuddly girl.
Oh, you caught that,
cuffing season.
I caught that. I ain't gonna miss a cuddle. Shit. Do you think I'm gonna miss a cuddle when it's called? Shit. Not me.
Exactly.
Not me.
Yeah, that part. But yes, definitely check out Greenleaf Cafe inside McLeod Health and Fitness. Grab you something, a healthy snack, shake, not shake, smoothie. They have energy drinks. Like I said, they have soups, they have salads, they have wraps, everything to get you on your healthy journey. Check them out. That is Greenleaf Cafe, located inside the McLeod Health and Fitness Center. And you do not have to be a member to go up in there. All right. How was you guys' weekend? Let's talk about it.
Go ahead, Fatine.
All right. Well, let me just first let me do a couple of quick shout outs. So shout out to, first of all, to Carol McNeil, to Cheryl.
Yes.
A special shout out to my girl Casey up in New Jersey, and to my friend Yasmin. Yasmin, your girl Tay was not just left, and I met Taylor and Yasmin together. So I'm shouting out my folks, and then of course,
what? You did them together?
I met them together. Yeah.
Oh.
Business, bro. Sister, business.
Oh.
Weekend. Really, let's concentrate on the weekend. Let's get to the weekend. Stay out of my business. It'll be good. Weekend. Shout out to my cousin who celebrated her 60th birthday, Veronica Burgess.
Okay, V.
She lives in Pamplico, South Carolina, and but we celebrated her birthday in Gresham, South Carolina. I guess that's where she grew up with her mom. So I don't know much about. I don't hang out with Gresham. My cousin hung out down there, but we brought in her 60th birthday Saturday down there, and we had a real good time and a blast. I hate to party on Saturday night when I had to get up Sunday morning, but had a good time. You know, good to be back. Missed y'all last week, but as I informed you, something came up that I had to take care of. You know.
Oh, where is my cigarette when I need it?
Oh, he blew that one then.
Do tell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have a lot of catching up to do.
Oh, yes, we do. Get the bottle of ketchup. Let's go. That's it for my weekend.
Okay. Vig White, how was your weekend?
Man, we still in the we're still in the era of what I'm gonna come home to today. You know, we're still in that era. So.
Oh, you got spark? You got fireworks coming?
Oh.
What the hell?
Man, I don't know, man.
That's what you came home to? Fireworks?
No.
Oh.
I think he missed what you were saying last week.
Yeah, so my oldest girl came to come live with me, and this I ain't gonna say it's been a challenge. I think some people take my sarcasm as me being serious, but which I mean I don't care, but you know, it is what it is. Like I said, it's been a challenge. I think the biggest challenge of my child coming to live with me is, like I keep reiterating, is that I have to be an adult 24/7. I have to be a responsible adult 24/7. I have to go to bed on time. I have to get up. Excuse me. I have to do a lot of things. But one thing I have noticed is that women create a lot of fucking trash. I used to be able to take my trash out maybe once a week, like the bag in the kitchen. I have to take my trash out now once a day because she constantly just cleaning up shit, throwing shit away, and I'm just like, man. And today is Tuesday. Trash man don't come to Friday, and my trash can is fucking full now. So,
well, that's a good thing.
Right,
it's a good thing. That you got more garbage in your house than in your trash can.
I wouldn't say garbage. Like, to be honest, like, bro, like my whole house is my closet. You know what I'm saying? Like my dining room table, like on the back of the chairs, like I have like suit jackets and clothes that I haven't worn yet. So I like piece together outfits downstairs and then I get dressed upstairs. And she was like, no, you need to move all this stuff because I got my friends coming over and they're going to be wanting to down. So I done had to move all my shit upstairs. And it's just taking some getting used to, but we'll work through it. We'll work through it.
You said the right word, house. Women tend to make a house a home.
That's
And
facts.
I noticed that as a difference when I lived with a female. My house became a home because it seemed like it didn't have that soul to it until a woman, not to say every woman can bring that to a house, to a home, to a house to make it a home, but the ones that I've dealt with have made a house into a home.
But you understand that I'm happy with the house, but I'm glad that she can feel comfortable to turn it into a home. But when you rock it, bro, you know, when you a bachelor, you got your space, you know shit at. Like, I went into the kitchen the other day. I don't even know where shit at no more. Like, I don't even go. Like, I just asked her, Jasmine, where's so and so at? You know, because she done rearrange. Like the spice, the spice cabinet is full now. I had like 7 spices in there. It's like 50 in there now. Like, then she threw away all my plastic bowls I have for work because she said glass tastes better. I don't know what the fuck that means, but glass tastes better. Then she took all my cups, so I had a bunch of plastic and glass cups in this cabinet. So now the plastic's in this cabinet, and now the glass is in this. Like, bro, it's just too much shit. I don't know. I'm my sensory overload.
When you say oldest daughter,
yeah,
this is a daughter I don't know about, or your old?
24. You better. So when Veronica had her birthday party, she was bartending.
Oh, I did meet her. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, she's 24. She'll be 25 this year.
Oh, okay. Cool. I remember.
Such a blessing to bring some sunshine in the house.
Motherfucker, it was shining. It ain't shining no more. Now I got to be discreet. Now I got to tell motherfuckers I got to get a room now. I can't even hit nothing in the house no more. In my own damn shit. You know what I'm saying? I got the fuck in the garage now. I asked her where she at. And when you coming home. Now I got to get some things. That's some bullshit, ain't it?
Okay. Moving along.
Ain't nobody.
Where your cigarette?
I don't want to have sex in front of their child. You know what I'm saying, bro? Unless, I mean, even if that's the mama or not, you still got to be respectful.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Especially
my kids when they were. Shit, I didn't do that. I didn't do that when they were in high school. That's their mama. Close that door. Turn on the radio. We turn on the TV up loud because ain't gonna be no drought in that house.
You put the pillow behind the headboard.
Towel or pillow, baby. Because I headboard wasn't headed nailed screwed to the bed. So yeah, it's been plenty of times I had to put something behind it. The pillow worked the best, definitely. Towel fall down. You gotta hold the headboard. Wow.
I ain't hit that hard. They might think somebody tapping on the window. I ain't
give the landlord downstairs a little preview. You know what I'm saying? Sure.
All righty then.
Yeah. Just tang your tea, girl. I'm back. Let's tang this up, baby.
We had such a pleasant, holy conversation last week. And now
hey, I tell you this, I did go to church this Sunday. I went to church this Sunday, and what was interesting is that they switched up some things. So because I ain't been to church in a minute, it really stood out because the order of service was different than what I was normally used to, and how they move. So when I walked down to put my money in the basket, I'm used to going back this way, but they now go this way. So it really showed that I ain't been there in a while. So yeah.
Well, praise the Lord. Welcome back.
Yeah. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Well, Brother T.
No. Seriously, it's just crazy that
John.
Sunday. No, I'm kudos because Sunday I was doing my show and I called my cousin because when we went out to party, we was coming back. She said, "I'm going to church in the morning," so I was gonna surprise them and just go. but I got stuck up on my radio show, so it carried on into the time that I leave. I'll pop up in church. I ain't got no problem with that. No matter what I follow or how I roll, I ain't got no problem doing that.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
crazy.
no.
Crazy.
I'm a little different. I work with a lot of people. I ain't got no problem going up in there.
So how was your weekend, Veronica?
Yeah.
What did I do this weekend besides study? That's
Did you-
what.
Study what? Study
Did
what?
Did you watch
Study.
the Redskins win?
Redskins won.
Why would I do such a foolish thing like that?
Oh, I mean, I know you had I want to hear about your weekend, but I want to know, did you?
No.
Okay. So how was
No.
it? What was you studying?
My Steelers lost, so I mean,
Your what?
Yeah.
Steelers.
See, like, so what was you studying? Let us know what you're studying.
I'm studying for my big state board test.
Okay.
So, for those of you who know, I've been in school for massage therapists. Now it's time for me to do the big thing. And yeah. So
Big
I've been
thing.
doing a lot of studying, so that I can become a licensed massage therapist, so I could rub some backs and legs.
Masseuse.
I'm not a masseuse. I will not be a masseuse. Masseuse
Massage.
does things that massage therapist does not do.
Oh, so what's the difference? Really? Serious? Oh, that's what they do? Okay, Victor, I got it. No problem. Because your girl Cynthia checked me when we went to the retreat about that masseuse and massage therapist.
Yeah, there's a difference. And to be honest, I did not learn that until I went to massage therapy school. Like, there's a difference between masseuse and there's a difference between massage therapists. Masseuses, they give happy endings. We do not do that.
Oh, so I
So
won't be
there-
coming to you. I won't be coming to you then. Nope, I won't be coming to you because I need to smoke a cigarette after. And you ain't gonna provide the cigarette smoke. So
Darn right.
damn right, can't come to you.
Go to the next one.
Go to the masseuse.
Go to the masseuses.
I'll go to the masseuse. I can smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, so you can smoke your cigarette after.
There
Because
you
ain't
go.
nothing gonna be smoking
That's
on
what-
this end.
I know. Cold, like if you're on
Your
a cold
car is
slab.
not gold.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. Be quiet, John. But yeah, so that pretty much was my weekend. I had class, a great class Sunday at
You was
McLeod.
dancing. They were dancing and all kind of stuff like that.
Listen, we had such a great time. Don't get it twisted. I always have a great time with all of my classes, my senior classes, my classes at McLeod. Like, all of my classes are so much fun. I'm just blessed to have so many wonderful people to come to my workout classes, like amazing people. But we had a really great time this weekend. Other than that, I don't know what I did.
It's that good, huh? I tell you, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I just
They got that mind
See
already.
I see your hair poof. So
What?
I love that. Your hair's
my hair.
Mine
Yeah.
already.
it's poof. I love it. I love the natural. You know that.
Thank
But it's
you.
poof.
Yeah, I'm letting it, hang out for a while. I'm trying to do away with the braids for a moment, even though the braids are so convenient. Just up and go. With this right here, but I love the natural look as well, though. I do. Nicole, do you have your classes online? No. And a lot of people have been asking me to start online classes, Nicole, but it's just not working out with my schedule. So until I can free up some time, that is a possibility. Yes.
Nicole, I'm gonna tell you now. She don't have the time until she finished this test. This is gonna be one of her businesses. This is gonna be a spinoff. You create your classes online, and you can make a fee. And it's a business. You understand what I'm saying? You're not overcharging people.
Right.
But you can do it where you can have the availability where people can do that. We got to think business like now. You understand?
Exactly.
You have to think business, and it's not trying to take advantage of people. It's just that You got time we cannot continue to give away time all the time.
Right.
We can give time, but we got to think business. We got to think business.
Because, and I'm glad you said that, Fatim, because a lot of times, not a lot of times, I didn't mean to say a lot of times, but things are, what I do is very, especially when it comes to massage therapy, like a lot of people don't know, like that is a lot on the body. They say massage therapists and chiropractors are like hand in hand. It's a lot on our bodies, and people don't understand that. Like, you would think that a lot of rubbing and touching and all of that is just rubbing and touching, but it's a lot that goes into like our body mechanics and stuff. We have to be careful, with our hands and our shoulders, so we can take care of our bodies as well. So there's a lot that goes behind it. So like people that think that, massage therapists and chiropractors and people in those fields, that you think that that's an easy job, it's not. And I respect massage therapists. And, now that I know what they charge and all this, it's worth it. It is worth it because our bodies go through a lot. So respect that, please. Respect
I got something to say to Victor.
What's up, bro?
So what I got to say to Victor don't like to be put on the spot, but, I saw something that he put on social media. It was nothing big, but it clicked on me, and I never really said anything about this. But Victor, and I'm not going to go too personal, but I'm going to acknowledge that you have a skill. The job that you do, it's a physical job, but it's a technical job. And you do it well because you get sent different places to assist in different job situations. And, I look at you in your face and say, yo, I commend you, bro, because a lot of people don't know. It comes easy to you because you know it. But when you don't know it and stuff like that, I know he don't like this, y'all. He don't. But on the serious side, because y'all just don't know the machinery and the things that they got to go up and go under and work on. Y'all don't know. It takes a skill. It's a lot of work. Because I remember just working with a number 6 boiler for 3 apartment buildings and 5 stores, and dealing with a furnace and tubings back in the day, and got to prime the boiler when the oil ran low. That's just one system. This brother deals with a lot of systems and a lot of different mechanical stuff. So kudos to you, my brother, because you have a skill set, man. You don't talk about it because it's a job or a career. It's a career. It's not just a job, But I commend you because a lot of times we don't speak on that, just like what Veronica's doing. I applaud her. But I applaud you, my brother, because that's a skill set there, my brother.
I appreciate it. And just like Veronica, I'm venturing into a new avenue too. I want to start an OnlyFans page.
God, dog. And I was going to give you the bell. Gee whiz.
I'm going to be
What are you going to do? Only feet?
It'll be 10 to 15 second videos of wee wee videos. They're gonna be only this long.
I saw your ruler the other day. You might as well think. I saw your ruler.
What you said? 1 inch.
I saw your ruler. It remind me of Elmo measuring something on the video. Yours was as long as Elmo's video ruler. Oh Lord.
Oh boy. Alrighty then. I thought you were really, really, really getting ready to like.
Little Smokies.
Being a sausage.
That's the name of the page.
Yep. Little Smokies.
Little Smokies. Listen, I'm trying to find.
You see, that's your cousin. No.
Big cuz. Little cuz.
Big cuz.
I think she's a little older than me. Okay.
I'm trying to find you say my only fan or OnlyFans. What's the name of it? As a matter of fact, I was speaking to someone about OnlyFans. Can y'all hear me?
Yo, yeah.
Listen, we trying to find out where you going in his OnlyFans. I thought you was gonna get mad about Pornhub. I see people in South Carolina lost their mind 2 weeks ago
Yeah,
when they shut down Pornhub.
That was on the first. They did that shit January 1st too.
They shut it down.
Shut it down, baby, because there's restrictions.
You gotta have an account, but if you got a VPN, you can go around all that.
Well, I mean, you said my OnlyFans. I was trying to find an article that I was reading a couple of weeks ago where this young lady she slept with 101 men.
Oh, I saw that.
Within 14 hours.
Oh, so she wants to do 1,000 now.
Yeah, she's trying to get 1,000 within 14 hours because she's trying to
24 hours.
Oh, she went to 24 hours. The 101 was 14 hours. So she's trying to do 1,000 within 20. She's trying to break a world's record or something.
She's so the thing is, one of my coworkers signed up to be one of the guys. That's the only reason I even know about this shit. And she's gonna do it in Vegas. She got kicked out of her Airbnb for doing this shit, right? So so she wants everybody to be satisfied. So anyway, the 101 men, she did it as like a pre-marathon. So she's running these until she does it coming up next month? I think it's in February.
Yep.
That's when she's doing it. So he actually signed up to do it. But when we did the math, I think each guy will get a minute and some change if she does the entire 24 hours. But I think each guy gets I think when I did the math, it was like a minute and 10 seconds. So maybe a minute and 11 seconds that you get to be up in her if she's going to do it for 24 hours and stay up the entire time.
That's ridiculous. But hey, each his own. But I know they all have to be tested for HIV and all that stuff before they can.
Right. And it'll be sponsors galore for this, boy. Crazy. Money will flow. Money will flow. It's a business. Sex sells. You know, if ifs and buts about it. Sounds crazy. I'm not promoting. I don't promote anybody doing it, but I could see somebody going for the Guinness World Record. You know, I mean, sex sells. It is what it is. You know, sex is what it is, man. So.
You know, it's amazing if you really sit down and think about how different people are. Because I could think that's like the nastiest thing ever, having like multiple people back to back to back to back. On the other hand, she think it's cool and nothing's wrong with it. Like, you just sit back and just think about all the different people that's been created in this world. It's like, wow. And that's how we have to think. Like, everybody don't think like us. You know, everybody is different. And to each his own, but 101 men in 14 hours. That's a lot.
So if you think about it, just think about it. Sex is, if you think about what sex is, if you honestly take away your thoughts of it, sex is just an act. Sex is just a form of how we reproduce. And I'm not taking away from, I'm not saying it, but if you just look at what sex is designed, not say designed for, but the outcome of it, we turned it into an emotional thing. Sex is just for reproduction. That's it. When dogs come in the heat, they don't really screw until the female's in heat and she's, whatever. They say the only two animals that have sex for pleasure is us and dolphins. That's what they say. So normally sex is just for reproduction. We turned it into this emotional act amongst us. Not to say that it ain't, but if you're looking at it from a scientific scientific aspect, it's just for reproduction.
I mean, that's the act of what it is for. Victor's, you know, in a sense of reproduction, but it's also utilized as the benefits from sex. Just like when women have sex and most of the times climax, some women don't hit that climax and still have them endorphins that are released. There's the scientific part behind it. So the scientific part of the reproduction, Victor, is correct. No debate there. But the part of the pleasure, the climax, both for us men and for women, that is pleasure, and it's as strong as almost as eating. Almost, you understand? Eating is a necessity. We don't have to say sex is a necessity for us to continue to live life. Because if we don't have sex, we would die, because then there's no procreation. But the way our bodies is built, there are so many benefits that come from sex as well. And I just never looked at it. You know, again, how a person utilizes it, Veronica, and how they treat their body. That's where the come from. But I hate when people look at sex as, you know, taboo, because that's why when we talk about relationships, sex is the same as I eat, I bathe. Sex is life. And I don't separate it, and I don't let no one else separate it. I'm not going to run from how I feel towards a woman and what I want to feel when we are intimate with one another. So I'm never going to run from that. But I do understand what you're saying, Veronica, in the sense of how we treat our bodies.
So now that you say that, if you look at sex and eating as like if you put it on the same level, people eat because they have to eat in order to survive. People have sex in order to reproduce, in order for the species to survive. Now, when you're having a meal, you don't have to have the spices and all the little herbs in this piece of chicken to make it taste good. If we're having sex to try to reproduce, I ain't got to put my face in your pussy. Excuse me.
What?
I ain't got to put my face in your crotch.
I need a blocker.
I'm sorry. I don't have to eat.
You're talking about a cat, y'all. It's a cat. Yeah, that's all they're talking about.
I don't have to do the oral thing, and you don't have to do the oral thing in order for us to reproduce. Those are the little herbs and spices that come when we're making this whole thing. So I think that is a great analogy that you made when you're talking about eating and sex, because if you think about it, you know, if we just ate for survival, that would
nourishment
be boring. It would be boring, bro. Like if we just ate just enough just to survive, bro, like what is the point of oxtails and ribeyes and all these other, you know, great meals that we made, pot roasts and collard greens? We wouldn't eat none of that stuff. We'd be eating meal, rice, and all that other stuff, bro.
Yeah. So that's the pleasure. That's the pleasure. That's the please. And honestly, it's really to please our mind. Because like Victor said, and I said, the necessity, we don't need all that extra. We don't need all that extra with sex. But it's the pleasure principles that come into our desires. That's where we feed into our emotions here. I don't want to get scientific on you. I know I can do it, but that's where the emotional part gets, the scientific part gets, and that's where the desire and the wants come in. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get smooth and you get, you know what I'm saying? You feel it. And see, that's another thing. When you deal with sex, is it just a physical act or is it mental and physical? Now, it's a physical act is to procreate, but remember, a woman, it's mental first, because a woman, let's be real, I'm being science. A woman needs to get lubricated. I don't want to say wet, but she needs to get lubricated. That's a mind thing. That's a mind thing. She's desiring. When she sees what is appealing to her, her body sets up for that. The same way we go up like that, our body prepares. That's why it's a mental thing. We can see the physical, but it transfers into the mental. You understand? So that's the desires and stuff like that. That's why our body sets up for that, just like birth. you know, just like certain things happen when we about to ejaculate. That flap flips over so no urine can come through, so the semen can come through. Y'all, this is Science 101 stuff. I mean, Sex Ed 101.
How do we get here?
Anyway.
How do
Wait
we
a
get
minute.
on this subject?
You got it, Cheryl.
What?
So you know, bro, I'm gonna say this, and the older I get, the more I realize, you know, what you're saying, I completely agree with, because there's been times that I'm like, I got to get this off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's more physical than mental. Sometimes it's
Mhm.
more physical. It's like, I got to get this out of me. You know what I'm saying? And maybe women might not know what I'm talking about, but some of the
they know.
bros, they
They know when they need to exhale. But they
So-
be erratic. And then the next morning, they cooking grits and eggs. How you want this? And they calm and mellow, because the endorphins that are released is things that their body is craving and need, and they're not getting.
and I agree with you on that.
What's up, Sister Gail? I see you out there, Gail Seeley. What's up, sis?
So
Oh.
what she's saying, so Miss Gail, I don't know you, but it was an analogy. So the same thing, if eating is for nourishment, then we wouldn't have any taste buds. So I get it. The taste buds and the clitoris is like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's for pleasure. You know, food tastes good. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
So I got a question for Sister Gail.
Oh boy.
So
I'm scared.
you know it's going there. So Sister Gail, my sister from BK, Brooklyn. If you look at, when you talk about the woman clitoris, then if a woman has the clitoris, and because some women clitoris don't stimulate them. What's the purpose of the G-spot inside the woman?
Gail, inbox him and give him that answer.
Yeah, I get in touch with me. Why she can't put it in the chat? She brought up the clip. I bring it up. She brought it up.
Okay, Gail, put it in the chat. We moving on.
Chat, girl. What's the purpose of G-spot? And a lot of men don't even know where the women's G-spot is.
I don't want to know, because I believe it's in their damn wallet.
Y'all just can't find it. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
That's why I said a lot of men don't know where it's at. But anyway, we got a letter tonight?
Serious, huh? Yes, we have an email letter.
Okay. I don't know.
And we're getting ready to get to it. After I say this
Go
is
ahead.
why it's so important that men and women talk. Subjects that we don't even feel comfortable with talking about, we need to talk about it. Like I feel like you should know where that is on my body, and I should know the spot what hits you, that, you know what I'm saying? And it's pretty much any spot on you all. Y'all can, but
That's
I feel like you all should, that we all, I meant to say, should talk, and we should get to know each other's body. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it'll make it much better, So moving.
Wait.
We got to get the Rose to be sponsor our show, because we got to get the Rose and sponsor our show.
So the male G-spot, you know where that's at, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy, ain't it? Why is it there? Why?
I have no. Is that promoting homosexuality?
No, because you can't be gay with a woman. I don't think you can. I don't think there's nothing, and I honestly, it took me a while to come to this conclusion. There is nothing a man and a woman can do that's gay. There's nothing.
We had this conversation before.
Yeah, we have. And bro, like, it doesn't matter. She can stick her whole foot in your ass. That's not gay, because that's a woman. That's a woman. Like, if you look at what homosexuality,
But what if that's you desire that, and if it's not you desire, and it doesn't matter who it comes from, then that becomes gay. So if a woman does it to you,
if it's a woman, it's gay.
But yes, the key. Well, if a man is desiring that, and it doesn't matter what sex does that to him, then it can be a desire, because remember, a woman is doing it artificial. A man is doing it basically natural.
Facts.
What?
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
I mean, what's wrong, Veronica? This is good stuff.
But what I'm saying is
you all know I don't like these topics, but go ahead.
You don't.
But this is life. This is what's the comment you got?
Veronica said we gotta have these kind of conversations.
I thought that was doing after hour show.
Listen, but this is a conversation that I'm gonna tell you something. This is an uncomfortable conversation for a lot of men.
Very.
For a lot of men. And I'm just saying.
That's a good point, Victor. You know why? Because a lot of men stay away from it because they fear that they may identify with something that they feel is taboo.
Facts.
And I understand. I really do understand. Because a lot of us shun it, don't want to deal with it,
So I'll say this. I get what John's saying. You don't have to do it from the inside, but it can be done from the outside. Let me say that. It can be done from the outside. It can be done from the outside.
All right, we'll leave that.
You don't have to go in, but it can be done from the outside.
Got it.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, then.
That's a riddle.
Such a great.
It's not. Look up what I'm talking about. You'll get what I'm saying.
I'll look it up.
A masseuse may show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Go ahead.
They might. Yeah, that make. Yeah. That makes
It
sense.
can be done from the outside. You don't have to go in, but from the out. Yeah.
And it's interesting Victor says that, because just like
we just not
when I looked at when I was reading it, this is not part of Kama Sutra, but I remember because I had the book, the Kama Sutra book, and one of the things this comes with the masseuse stuff, Veronica, is that there's certain parts of our body that is erotic, certain parts of the bottom of the feet that you massage. There's certain therapies and certain things happen.
Yep, the feet included.
Yeah,
I didn't know that, bro. That's what I did.
Yo, there's certain points on the body that can make a woman climax.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
Without it being the clip. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna give a little bit of the game away. And there's a reason why. It took me a while to realize why Kevin Gates is the way he is when he don't like people touching him. But I'll never forget, a long time ago, I dated somebody who knew the body. And they grabbed my hand one time. And when they went to go rub it, I could have just like that. I'm talking about just rub somewhere up in here, and it was almost done. And I was like, man, what are you doing? There are non-sexual touches there are touches that I would consider non-sexual that are completely sexual to me now. Like I never thought, like you said, your feet or your hands, ears will be sexual parts. But yeah, man, you're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I appreciate. And I think it was Tyrone. Kama Sutra basically is, it's dealing with living, love, and relationships. It's widely known for the sections on intimacy and sensuality. That's what Kama Sutra deals with a lot of sensuality. And there's a movie out about Kama Sutra. Is interesting. It's not about it's about a woman who had that thing about her. And I don't know, Victor. I think Veronica may not understand this, but there are some women that other women look at
Right,
and
girl.
don't understand that woman has something sexually, the way she walks, the way she talks, she reeks sex. And in Kama Sutra, there was a woman who was like a concubine. The wife banished her because that's how powerful her sexual energy was. And people don't realize that. That's why a lot of people say, well, you get married, there's energy that, like Victor just said, somebody touch and it can do things to you. And there's people that have certain energies that you don't know. So there's a scientific, and this is coming out of the ancient Indian side, Brother Tyrone, but that's what Kama Sutra deals with. It deals with the sensuality and this stuff like that. And I'm touch. Why do you think certain music, vibration gets people in the mood? Candles, scent, all that plays in, that's erotica. That's erotic. Taste. Kama Sutra makes products that taste good. It's part of the erotica, baby. I used to tell men this because I wanted all the women for myself, so hell with telling men about that.
All right. Are
Anyway,
we finished with the sex educational part?
One more thing. So
All right,
Tyrone
let's
said, so I'm trying to understand what he's saying. I think I get it, but I want him to clarify. He says, nah, it's to see how to be sensual without an orgasm. I think he's talking about what is the purpose of the Kama Sutra. And he says, to see how to be sensual without an orgasm, meaning learning to be selfless during sex as a man. Tyrone, can you please clarify what you're saying? And
yeah,
before
please
I go
come
there,
here.
but team, show your shirt. I just noticed that's a dope ass shirt you got on.
I got this out of Jamaica.
I
Thank
can't
you,
see the
brother.
bottom part. It says Jamaica One Love. What's that say?
Living my best life.
Okay.
I bought this out of Jamaica.
You know what?
Yeah.
Since you said that,
Mhm.
I think we should plan a trip together.
Going where?
Oh, yeah, I don't want to go on a trip with me.
Going where?
Where we going? And who else going?
Why y'all just can't hang out with me? Like, why does it have to be someone else?
Because after about 2 days, I'm gonna want to. Anyway, so what you where you trying to go?
Just somewhere.
Shit, we can go to Lamar. That's somewhere.
Somewhere where we can do like some
Trying to
scuba
chill. Trying to
diving.
chill with Miss
and-
Maples anyway. I'm trying to chill with Miss Maples
You
anyway.
you asked Tyrone something. Tyrone, you're not exactly
Man,
right.
you gonna just ignore my question? I thought we was off the sex educational beam.
I mean, he asked Tyrone to explain something, so that's why Tyrone is not exactly right.
Ooh.
You know, he says exactly what I said. It was a practice of learning how to please a woman and not releasing. It's not always you can do that. It's part of it, but that's not the main thing is pleasure, brother. And the ultimate is release. But it is a science to the point of controlling your mind and dealing with the sensuality of it. That's why you get, it's physical, but it's more mental. And yes, I understand of the control. And that's what happens through meditation. Meditation, the art of breathing, controlling your body, the mind over matter. But like Victor said, sometimes our body, the physical is right there, that no matter how much control of our mind, our body takes control sometimes. But Kama Sutra is not just about releasing, it's about control. But the ultimate goal is to release eventually.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Fatine.
Well, I'm here.
You should
MD.
go. You should go to school for this. I mean, it seems like you know a great deal when it comes to.
What is there to go to school for if there's nothing to go to school for?
Because if you're going to educate people, I need to know that you know exactly what you're talking about.
But what can you learn from other than experience when it comes to that subject? Like there's nothing the textbook can teach me about a woman because
Well,
all
it
he
can
was
teach
different.
you. It can teach you this, Victor. Like I mentioned about the bottom of the feet. So there's certain there's for instance, there's certain energy points in our bodies that they call chakras. We have one in our groin area going up to the top of our head, and all that energy in our body. But just a book can teach you things that you didn't know. Certain parts of the feet deals with another part of your body when you massage it and how you massage it. That's where you learn at. And then the experience, that's the theory, that's the class. Now you go in the lab is being intimate or being with that woman to go through it. And that's the trial and error. And that's how you learn. But sometimes we need direction sometimes.
Okay, 10-4. I get you.
Because I learned a lot when I went to school about the body. Absolutely. All right, so let's move on. We do have an email letter. First of all, thank you to all of you who are joining us right now. If you missed the beginning, we do have an email letter. This sounds like sex educational class right now, but this is not what it's about. But for those of you who know, Tankity of Life, this is what we do. We talk about any and everything. So,
Twitch, G spots, bottom of your foot, getting your head rubbed. Oh boy, that's sensual.
yeah. All right. So let's move on. So we do have an email letter. Y'all ready?
Let's
All
rock.
right. And thank you all for joining us tonight. We appreciate you all, those who are watching on right here on Facebook Live and also over there on YouTube as well. We appreciate each and every one of you. All right. So here's the email letter. Let me make sure. Okay. So it says, excuse me, I've been dating this guy for a few months now. And there are certain things he does that absolutely drive me up the wall. I know nobody is perfect, but I'm reaching my breaking point. First, the way he chews his food is like nails on a chalkboard. His mouth open, smacking and slurping every bite is enough to make anyone's skin crawl. I've tried dropping subtle hints, but he doesn't seem to take notice. It's not just the chewing either. It's a whole host of other little habits. He leaves the toilet seat up, never replaces the empty toilet paper roll, and always forget to put his dirty dishes in the dishwasher. I feel more like a maid than his partner. Also, he does things like, I'm going to run to the store. Did you even brush your teeth? He responds, no, I'm coming right back. And I'm thinking to myself, disgusting. I know these may seem like minor issues, but they're starting to make me feel frustrated and resentful. I really care about him, but I don't know how much more of this I can take. Any advice without being mean? So that was short and sweet. Thank you for your email letter. You know, little problems like this can turn into bigger problems.
Facts.
You know, the smallest things that we think are small and you know people should just overlook can really be a huge issue in a relationship. Did you have this conversation? Did she say that? Did she have? It's so important to have conversations with people. And I know, you know, when it comes to chewing, some people may seem like, you know, they can't help the way they chew, smack their food and all this stuff. But certain things, you know, it's good to find out qualities in people up front, you know, at the beginning of a relationship. And she said that they only been dating for a few months. So it's good that she's, you know, seeing these things now instead of waiting a long term down the road and then coming across these things. Okay. Only thing I feel like you can do is have this conversation with him, address it, and just see if he makes any changes. Okay, sir, leaving the house, going to the grocery store without brushing your teeth. I mean, these are things that she want you to change. Like, who's running to the store and not brushing their teeth? I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this because I don't want to sound um like picky or like I don't know, but we just have to be mindful of things that people want inside their relationship versus what we want inside our relationship. Like, I'm gonna turn it over to Victor and I'll come back with more.
So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna be completely honest. Baby girl, you complain about a whole bunch of nothing. This man going to the, and I understand this man is a representation of you. He's going out to the store and not brushing his teeth, but you don't smell his breath. Everybody else does. And I get it. I get it. This man's chewing. There are some women out there that wish the only problem that they had was that their man chewed with his mouth open. That is an easy fucking fix. That is an easy fix, baby. Brush your teeth. I'm gonna tell you something. I dated a woman one time. She snored like a motherfucking chainsaw. She did. She snored like a chainsaw.
Well, I get it.
But the moment that chainsaw wasn't there, I couldn't sleep. It took some getting used to. It took some getting used to. But that became part of the norm because this is the person who I wanted to be with. So you got to pick and choose your battles. I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw some names out here now. I'm gonna throw some names out here tonight. 2 weeks ago, I sat at the table with John McCullough and Craig Boatwright, and we were sitting there talking. And I was telling them all this shit, and they told me, they said, "Bro, sometimes you just need to do this. Be quiet." Everything that you think is wrong, sometimes you need to keep that shit to yourself. Because it ain't as big as you think it is. And they kept telling me that. And I was saying, hey man, they was like, just be quiet, bro. It ain't as serious as you think it is. And I get it. Ma'am, the chewing is something. But imagine you sitting there at your table and nobody chewing in front of you. If all you have is to complain about the chewing and the nigga not brushing his teeth to go to the store and come back, baby girl, you winning. We can fix that. Then you gonna find something else. And I get it. And I swear to God, I get it. If that's your only complaint, smile because you won. That's all I'm gonna say.
So I'm not disagreeing with Victor, but what I'm putting it in the perspective of being relative. And when you put things, we can all compare something that is worse to something that we don't like to make us accept something we don't like. Yeah. And see, this is where the problem is. And the first time I heard of this problem was with my ex-wife, not my late wife, my ex-wife, where she said that her child's father, she said, I hate the way he eats cereal. So it just marked in my mind. You know, I was like, well, how do he eat it? She says the most nastiest slurping at the table. It's a turn off. It's a turn off. So I don't live with the dude. Don't really care for the dude. He didn't like me. I didn't like him. So, but I remembered it in my head. And I realized, and I'm talking to the young lady who wrote the letter, that if these are things that bother you and you can't get past it, then what's going to happen is going to become more of an irritation and it's going to create more conflict in the relationship. And if that's the case, that means that the relationship is going to be into a tailspin and it's going to be going downward. So again, I hear what Victor's saying on that level when you put it relative. Now, if you do it with the way Victor is saying, then you may balance it and say, you know what? I'm looking at these. I can get along with this because compared to some other men out there, this is minor compared. But if it's something that bothers you, I can't deal with the snoring. Like I had a friend down at the beach. She snored. I couldn't do it. And I couldn't live with that. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. That's just me. And that's a preference, but it's a preference that I can't deal with. Also, this is also the perception of respect and consideration. When you tell your partner that there's some issues and they don't take heed, there's that perception that there is no consideration, and then there's a lack of respect to me. And that's your partner. You can put the dirty dishes. Snoring can be a habit that may be an illness that you may have to deal with. But putting the dirty dishes, I'm not dealing with the whole thing about brushing your teeth, running to the store, because I can see somebody runs quick to the store to grab some milk and come back. I ain't gonna get into that. You know, toilet seat up, I get that. You know, I hear that. I live with women, so I learn how to deal with that. Don't replace the toilet paper. You're gonna have one of the biggest arguments. My friend who was a supervisor came to work and he was 23, 24. He lived in a nice high-rise building, doing well. He made good money. He said, man, I can't stand her, his wife. He said, she threw my clothes out from the balcony. I said, what started the argument? Dude, me leaving the cap off the toothpaste.
Are you serious, bro?
That's what I would not lie. I would not lie. And I said the same, just what Victor said. You crazy? You serious? He said, bro, marriage is a different animal. I was single at the time. I was married. It also builds up, and I wrote this down, this also builds up resentment. If you tell your partner, this is why I'm saying that the little things go and build into a mountain. Yep. So what Victor says, it can work if you look at it from that perspective, but if you look at it from the perspective of consideration and respect, and then if it builds up resentment, baby girl, you ain't got no relationship. You are not going to be happy, and you ain't going to want to come home.
Right. And this the thing, like, you know when it's time for you to step away from that relationship because every little thing starts ticking you off. Like how someone chews, or they breathe on you too. They breathing on you too hard. Like when it starts being those little picky stuff like that, you know it's more to it than what they're saying. For some people.
I feel
that's just like what.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. It fit just like what? I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say just like Tyrone had said in his comment. He says, "Man, I chew with my mouth closed, and my ex complain. When they find reasons not to like you, it's time to have a conversation or leave." And that's what I'm saying. A lot of times, people start picking out little tidbits, things that irritates them, stuff that they was dealing with all along. But when they get tired and trying to find an easy way out, they start nitpicking. And I'm not saying everybody does this, but a lot of times people start nitpicking at little things and picking out things that, okay, this is driving me crazy because they getting tired of you. But go ahead, Victor.
So they're too new for that. So this is the thing. When you meet somebody, and we all know this, when we meet somebody new, there's going to always be something that they do that the other one didn't do. Chew with their mouth open, not put the toilet paper. So apparently he's shitting at the house. So y'all good. Y'all in a good space if you realize that he ain't, you know what I'm saying, putting the toilet paper back. Bro, like y'all pretty much together. But you told me they was only together for a few months, right?
Yeah,
a few months. So they already done seen each other naked. So especially if you shitting at my house, I done seen you naked. So what I'm saying is now you're finding reasons, in my opinion, or flaws in this man that normal people wouldn't. And by normal, I'm talking about my normal. When shit going good, sometimes I got to find, you know what, Fatim, man, I don't like the way she fucking chew gum, bro. I don't like the way she drive. Like, bro, she drive crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fucking something. It is hard for us to just say, I'm happy. I'm happy with who I'm with. Yeah, she snore. Yeah, she chew with her mouth open. Yeah, she talk loud. All this other shit. Yeah, she don't put the toilet paper in. But at the end of the day, she ain't cheating. She respect me. She ain't on drugs. She ain't fucking around. She ain't on Facebook putting all the business, posting these. Like, there are so many things that you can say this person ain't doing. But we talking about toilet paper roll, chewing with the mouth open. These are easy fixes.
Well, relevant. It's easy fix to you.
And I get it.
Yeah, all right. Because when something is a turnoff to a person,
yes,
and it's a habit, it become repulsive. When it becomes repulsive, what does repulsive mean? It repels.
You're right.
You repel away from it. So you move away from it. So you don't want to even be around the person when they're eating. Oh, you see them coming over here with the milk and the cereal? I'm getting up. I got to go. I'm not doing that.
Right.
No, I'm not doing that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go in that bedroom and she start tearing up and calling the cows and the mooses. I'm in the next bedroom. But it becomes repulsive. Again, I don't want to use the snoring because that's more of a physical. It could be a physical sleep apnea thing, and that's more of a health challenge. So let me don't go there. That's something that if you do have that, look into that part. But what Victor is saying, I get that can be fixed. The question is he willing to fix it? If he is, Victor gets the bell because it is an easy fix. It's easy to put the toilet paper down under the cabinet or whatever and replace it. That's an easy fix. Put the toilet seat back down. Easy fix. Those are easy fix. Chew and be a little bit more conscious of how you chew, or don't eat around your person. Go in front of the TV and watch TV and eat. Whatever. Those are easy. There's a little easy fix. But when a person doesn't try and you tell them this and they continue to do it, it's like I said, it builds up resentment. And it seems like a lack of respect. When that happens, it builds up that resentment and it becomes more repulsive. And now it's bigger than what it started with. And that's why consideration comes in a relationship.
You know what, Fatim? I'm going to tell you this. I can only speak for me. Mm-hmm. I have never been in a breakup where it was an ongoing situation that caused us to break up. It's always been something that happened, and it was detrimental to the breakup. I mean, detrimental to the relationship. I have never been in a relationship where somebody brought something to my attention, and they were like, "Well, let me say." Let me put a time limit because I got to because I got to give Tina her credit. Tina brought a lot of shit to my attention, and I didn't do it. So post Tina, you know what I'm saying? PT, we're gonna go PT. So post Tina, I have never been in a relationship where somebody brought something to my attention, and that was the reason we broke up. It's always been something happened, and that was it.
But maybe they didn't have, but they maybe not had bad habits. See, there's one thing that's interesting. Bad habits and character flaws. There's a difference. Bad habits can be changed. They can be broken. Character flaws there's personality defects that you got to work on. Now, Victor, I'm gonna be a little bit kind of it ain't bad, but
do it.
I'm sitting over there. I'm sitting on the couch I'm sitting up there with my woman. One of my aunts did this, and she's always in her nose. I can't deal with that. Or she done put her foot up on that couch and in between her toes, and then doing this and smelling her finger. That's what I'm saying. And so this is what this woman is saying. We make this, I gotta go to the extreme to prove the point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna tolerate that. If that brought, and if somebody brought that to me and I did that crap and I continue to do that, do you think that person gonna want to be around me?
Right. No.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to this sister.
But your aunt,
my mother jumped on her ass every time as a grown woman. Take that out of here.
Denise made a good comment. Veronica, please, I want you to say something about that. But was your aunt single?
No, she was married.
Exactly. Listen, if I got a good woman and she want to eat her boogers,
no.
Get what? Hey, get what, Fatih? Bro, think about it. Think about it. Veronica, you too. Think about this. Imagine a good person.
He go from G-spot to booger.
but just imagine this.
I brought it up, bro.
You got to understand, there ain't nobody perfect. But imagine somebody who completely cares about you, who is completely for you. But they have these, like he said, minor character flaws. Like they eat boogers. Like, motherfucker, if you love me, you cook, clean, make sure I'm good, take care of this, take care of that. But you eat your boogers, you better not say nothing about my booger eater. I'm ready to fight.
But that's your booger eater, and you accept that, and that's cool.
Exactly.
You ain't writing the letter. But this is writing the letter, so she got a problem. You know, just like
you eating boogers and we kissing? No, that ain't working.
Nah, and you smell going between your toes and smell. Oh, no.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me I could put your private parts in my mouth, but I can't eat your boogers? What?
Eat my boogers? Who boogers you eating? Your boogers or my boogers?
What I'm saying is, if my lady,
Cheryl probably said, I can't eat my food now.
If my old lady eating her boogers, and you talking about we kissing, I done had her private parts all in my mouth numerous times. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. One thing I can say about love will have you doing shit. Love will make you treat a grown-up like a child. Baby, you got something in your nose here.
Absolutely.
And then wipe it on your shirt. That's what I'm saying. So you talking about boogers. If that's the woman I love, them ain't really boogers. Honestly, it ain't. Think about it. The man you love, he got a booger in his nose. And baby, you got a booger in your nose and he doing this. Move. Let me get it.
Tissue blow. Tissue blow.
Veronica,
tissue blow.
You gonna make him blow or you going to get it?
I have done that before. I have went in the nose and I've got it, you know.
Exactly.
Not saying I'm digging all up in there, but if it's right there, yeah. Like,
did you feel gross? No. You ain't got to eat it, but you didn't feel gross.
Put ketchup on it.
All right.
But remember what you just said. If that's where you're relating, is fine. When it becomes a problem, is one person complaining about these bad habits that your partner has. And remember what she said. Like Victor said, this is new for the first few months. And in these first few months, if he's coming up with these habits that are becoming an issue with her, she's basically asking for help. And I'm just telling you straight up, I know this is not final words, but my final words are not going to change, sister. If he's not listening and not trying to have some kind of respect and consideration for you, then this relationship is not for you, sis. Straight up. It ain't that much to say. That's all to it. It's just not.
I feel like, honestly, bro, I feel like she reaching. Like, if she feels like this is detrimental, ma'am, leave. But my honest opinion, if this is all you complaining about, ma'am, there are women out there. Excuse me, let me back up. There are guys out there that have way more issues than just the toilet paper and not brushing their teeth to go to the store. She didn't say he don't brush his teeth, period. She just said he don't brush his teeth to go to the store. Like, bro, I do the same shit. Like, if I got something to do and I'm about to run and come back, sometimes I might just throw some mouthwash in my mouth and keep it moving. Then I'll come back and brush my teeth. Now, I'm going to do one of the two before I leave. But I ain't going out raw dog. But she tripping. She tripping.
I don't think she's tripping. I don't,
Okay.
because like I said, Victor, when I said it to Victor, in the relevancy of what he's comparing, he is right in that relevancy. What I'm saying to her relevancy is, if it's become an issue, it's not about other people worse than him. It's become annoying to her. And if it becomes annoying, it becomes a problem in the relationship. She don't want to be around him. Like I can say right now, and Victor, you'll probably say, and I know where you would go. If I said I came home and my woman, soon as she gets in the house, she dressed fine for the job. Soon as she gets in, she put a bonnet on, put on an old t-shirt. That's not good for me. But like Victor would say, does she take clean for teen? Does she take care? Does she cook? And does she do all those things there? So for me, I'm saying to her, baby, what got me was I was attracted to you. And if you can go out and show the world how beautiful you are, but when you come home, I know you want to be comfortable, but I still need to see that beauty. You understand what I'm saying?
See, bro.
So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah. So I'm just saying we have to look at it from her perspective. What you're saying, that's why I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm listening to her and trying to help her. And I know just listening to her and it being me, a person with those type of of course, toilet paper and all that, that's not going to make me, the eating, the chewing, that bothered me. But other than that, but I do get it. But the bottom line is, see if you can work through this. But if you can't work through this and this becomes more irritable to you, my sister, it's just, that's your breaking point. It could be worse. And then you get in a relationship and the guy do everything here, eat well, change the toilet paper and all that, and go out there and got 2 other women or a baby mama. Then you have to weigh which was the better situation for you. But you have to make that decision, sis. We can't make it for you.
Bro, so what? I'm gonna just say this. What the scenario that you described, and because I like them homely motherfuckers.
I know you do.
I love.
Yeah, I know you do.
The bonnets and all that. So, not in my opinion, just my opinion. It's not fair that if I met you in the club and then we come home, I expect you to have the same energy you had in the club. Like, bro, we ain't in the club, you at the crib. Like, trust me, I get it. When you met her, she was in the club, she was dressed to the T. But when she get home, bro, we home. Now I get to look at you full figured everything. You ain't got all that damn war paint on. You ain't got your damn toes all jammed up in them damn little ass damn heels. I get to see you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? At the crib. You know what I'm saying? Unadulterated. I like shit like that. But I trust me, bro. I get it. Because if your ass can go out there to your job and you all made up, motherfucker, you need to come back home to me the same way. I feel you.
And my thing is, and I'm glad that Victor said what he said, and we always change the conversation. My preference was, I tried to, I compliment women with the war paint and the this, that, and the other. But for me, my preference was, I tend to like a more natural woman. That's why Veronica hears me compliment the natural hair, the braids, or whatever. I don't have a problem with a woman enhancing, but I don't want to see her. First of all, I dealt with club women, but they ain't never became my woman. I dealt with them, but I I know where I keep superficial women, bro. I keep superficial women. Superficial women ain't gonna be on my arm. So there's always a place in my life where you are. And if I fall in love with that superficial woman, then there has to be a conversation on both ends. You understand what I'm saying? But I get where Victor's at. You understand what I'm saying? I get where he's at. But to me, I don't like to deal with the superficial. But just getting back to this thing here, we all have preferences. And when we have preferences, we have likes and dislikes, and then we have things that turn us off, that turns our stomach. Some people can do things that will make you almost gag or throw up. And that's when that happens, you can get around people that eat their food so nasty like that people get turned off that they start to gag. You can't be around a person like that in a relationship. You just can't. Every time they come to the table, you think I'm going to throw up my steak. No.
Damn, you eat steak like that, bro? Every time you eat steak? Damn.
All right, Victor, read this one.
Uh-oh, wait. Who is, I got to find it over here so I can, all right.
It's Sandra.
This is sad, right?
Yep.
This is sad for a woman or a man to get upset about this. And the house, call our house, we pay bills and sleep together, but and fuss about.
But you fuss about bull.
Oh, bull?
I guess
this just sad. But think long as we inside our house, I don't care if she poop in front of me. She just want to end the relationship. She want out.
I disagree with you. I totally disagree. You make it seem like if that's you, that's fine. But you can't put how you feel on someone else if they turned off about that. Me and my friend was talking about that passing the gas and all that stuff. And Victor talked about that too. Some men or women don't want somebody. You know a person's tolerance point as you go in the relationship. That's why she said a few months. She's putting up the red flags now and saying, I don't like this. You cannot, the person's name, because I don't want to mispronounce your name. You can't put that on somebody else, bro. The bro or female, I don't know. The Sandro, you can't put that on somebody else. You say this is sad for a woman or man to get upset about this. How the hell are you going to tell somebody how they feel about something that's a turnoff?
He has his opinion.
No. And I got my opinion on what he said. You can come back and disagree. This is what we do. I don't take it personal. But what I'm saying is, it's like we have to accept other people's behavior that we don't like. And that's not fair when we're in a relationship.
It's give and take for team. Like, bro,
I agree with that. I agree with that, but that don't mean you gotta be turned off all the time.
No, I get it. So at the end of the day, I understand there is. I don't want to say nothing that's gonna come back and bite me in my ass. So I'm gonna just say this. There are some things that I can overlook if I want to be with this person. You know, for whatever reason I want to be with this person, I can overlook some things. And I think it's been vice versa, you know, with me. You know, a woman was like, okay, I want to be with Vic. There's some things about him that I can overlook. The reason we're not together today is some other things. You know, I have some hang-ups. They have some hang-ups. But we all have to have a buffer. I didn't want to say buffer, but we all have to put some blinders to some things. Like,
I agree.
You know, we got to.
Some things.
But I do agree we all have to have some non-negotiables, like manners. Like, I get it. The smacking, like, baby girl, if we go out to a nice restaurant and you chewing with your mouth open, I guarantee you that'll be the last time we ever share a meal together. I get it. But please bring that to my attention, baby. You smacking. But if you continuously saying that, telling somebody they smacking, that does get aggravating. And yes, I would leave too. But the toilet paper shit, I don't know. Bro, Fatim, I don't know. Veronica, I don't know.
So you can not want to be with someone because they're smacking at a fine restaurant. But it's okay if they eat boogers.
So let me say this. I can deal with your imperfections in private better than I can deal with your imperfections in public.
Mm.
I don't want the world to know you nasty. I rather deal with that myself. So I get it. She don't want the world to know this nigga ain't got no home training and can't stop smacking in public. Now, if you smacking in the kitchen, I might can deal with that. But with your ass smacking out there and we at the Sizzler, I got a problem now.
So you put more preference on outside in the sense of how other people look and to be more comfortable at home. I get it, but see, the problem is when you have bad habits, you try to turn them off when you go in public, but it comes out. You can't. So this is what I'm saying. You got to think with common sense here. You know what I'm saying? You know, there was a comment here that I saw up here, and it's gone now. And Cheryl said she can overlook the toilet seat like that. And see, I get it, because if I didn't put the toilet seat down, and I remember Hanifa going in there and yelling, and I get cursed out. I done sat on this cold porcelain because your ass ain't put. That's not consideration. That is no excuse that I can't put that toilet seat down. It's no excuse why I can't put that toilet seat down. There's no excuse, because I've taken value and consideration and respect for my partner. There's no reason why I can't put that. If I don't put it down and my partner complains about it, I'm not giving my partner that respect.
She can put the toilet seat up.
Why don't y'all put the toilet seat down when y'all finish?
I don't have a problem with that.
I'm asking a question. I seriously, I want to know, like, if it's down when y'all get in there and y'all put it up to use it, why don't y'all put it back down?
So I'm gonna tell you this: if we both make one move when we use the restroom, nobody will ever complain. No one will complain. If every time I use the restroom, I move the toilet seat up, and every time I move it down. If every time you use the restroom, you move the toilet seat up, there will never be a problem. But see, the issue is we all have come to the conclusion that the toilet seat is supposed to be down. Mm-hmm. So in that aspect, I don't mind pissing on the toilet seat. It don't bother me none. But if you want the toilet seat down when you pee, make sure when you finish, you pull it up for respect for me. That's how you need to look at it.
I leave that one alone. I'll leave that alone. Leave that one. Cheryl says,
when I get finished using the bathroom, you expect for me to lift the seat up. So
I ain't getting into that one.
So
leave it alone.
But you expect me to put it down when I finish using the bathroom.
Yeah, because the toilet seat goes down.
No, so it's however you want it.
I still have to lift the top part up to use it. So why? I mean, we both lifting.
Why? I don't never.
Because you don't close it.
No.
Oh, so you leave the top up.
Yeah.
And then when you use it, you take the second when you lift it up too.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I was talking about everything closed. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not getting that. I want to.
But if you do that, I'm sorry, Fatim. But if that's the rule of you know what, Veronica? That's dope. If that's the rule of the house, I respect that.
I had three girls. I had three females.
Close the whole.
Three. Yes. Yeah, I had. That's how we did it. We had the whole toilet seat down. Yeah. But I lived in a house with I lived in a house with 3 females, Anifa and my daughters. So 3 out of 4 is sitting on the toilet. So bottom line is I put the toilet seat down. Cheryl writes, you can put it down, but that's not a reason to leave. Cheryl, in the abstract of that, if it's just a toilet seat, yeah, that's not a reason to leave. But what seems small is a buildup when other things continue to mount. And I keep telling you, it's something small as the toilet seat, the way a person chews, the way a person in their nose or pick their feet, to something bigger. And when you put something, don't y'all talk about communication? Don't we talk about communication? Don't y'all in the chat talk about communication? About bringing issues to the table and working on them to be better today than yesterday? And if you can't respect your partner, what the hell are we doing? Why do we give advice and then we say, making excuses where this woman is basically saying, here's a list of things. No matter how minor they are to us, they are a problem to her. And if they are a problem to her, then respect her. And he should respect her to say, listen, you know what, babe, I'll work towards it. But if he is not going to do that, and this is the beginning of the relationship, why go deeper in it? And this is only going to get bigger. That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I said at the beginning in my statement. That's why I was like, some things that we think is not an issue to us is an issue to someone else. Right. Small things turn into bigger things. And that's when bigger issues come into the relationship. And then it's like, okay, how do we even get here? Because you didn't address the small things at the beginning. And now holding it in, not talking about it, now it's huge. And now you can't even look at the person chew or sit next to them while they eat cereal, just using that as an example, because you didn't wait so long and now it's really, really irritating you just to be beside that person while they're eating.
Mm-hmm. My mother, just out of respect, my mother was never scared of my father, but she liked to smack gum. She liked that. If she chews, she could not, crack it, pop it. But when my father was around, she out of respect, she didn't do that. But my father had a habit of getting up in the morning, going to work, and walking up and spitting in the toilet and don't flush. My mother went on his ass. I bet you he flushed that damn toilet. Yeah. Because he knew I'm gonna catch hell, and she gonna be so pissed off that it may carry on. I ain't cooking no dinner tonight because you ain't got no respect for me. It sounds crazy, but that's how our arguments start. A toothpaste cover caused my friend's wife to start throwing his clothes off the balcony.
So I wanna back up for a second. So for Tim, I don't want to take away what you said. I want to focus on something. I want to focus on something Veronica said, because some shit start to make sense now.
Some shit don't make sense now.
Oh boy.
So when you close the toilet all the way down, all the lids down, that little decorative piece there is like the showpiece, right?
The cover, the toilet seat cover.
I thought that was like the cushion when you put your back on the shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's the cover, bro.
Yo,
that goes with the mat. And you go with the shower curtains and the soap holders and the towels, man. The decorated towel.
New rule on the aisle. All toilet seats down, bro. Because I got them shits on it. My mama put all them shits on. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But I get it now.
And Victor, didn't you see there was a time where, and it's still out there, but the soft toilet seat cushions, they had design on it, so you didn't have to get the cover, because when you put it down, it had floral or all kind of stuff on it when you put it down.
Me neither, Cheryl.
No, because it's got it looked like carpet on the top. And I just thought,
I got mine inside.
But I thought it's like for you,
no,
you got a hard day, you just rocking so the shit don't make no noise. You just, I didn't know. I know now. I know now.
Yeah. We learn something every day. This is where you come. We can talk about
Hey, yo,
so
we
many
gonna toilet
things.
seats down. Toilet seats down. Throughout the house. Everybody on the aisle, toilet seats down. That's what we doing.
All seats
Bet.
down. It makes it easier. That means when whoever comes in the bathroom, they got to lift it up in some type of way, either one time or two times.
That's dope. Toilet seats down. Toilet seats down.
Final answer.
Everybody going toilet seats down. If you don't
Toilet
go
seats
toilet seats down, you get punched in your shit. I'm gonna probably get punched in my shit.
And you know me, I'm always transparent. I brought this up before. As Victor said something. So, at first, when Hanifa would go to the hospital and go to the hospital, and sometimes she'd be in so much crisis, they would give her the female urinal to utilize. You understand? And she would bring that home, and sometimes she would use that, and then in the morning go and pour it in the toilet. I said, well, this is a damn good idea, because when you stand up, and us men, especially in the night, and you start pissing and you don't hit that water right away. Your ass done pissed on the floor and on the toilet seat and all kind of stuff. And then after she cleaned the bathroom on Friday, then come Monday, it's smelling rank. She on my ass. So I learned, get that urinal, pee, pour it in there, flush it, put some spray in that urinal, hang that sucker back up in the bathroom, and you ain't got no problem. The bathroom don't smell pissy. I learned to work with the women in the house. I ain't had no problem. Hanifa said, I ain't got to clean this bathroom every week now because it don't smell pissy. Because guess who makes the bathroom pissy? Not usually women. It's usually our ass, because we can't shoot straight.
I'm gonna tell you something. On a rough night, I'm glad I have enough sense when I'm drinking. On a rough night I've been drinking, I'm gonna just sit down, cuz.
Yeah, and I've done that, but sit down. That's it.
Yeah,
because when you start spraying, it's like a fire hose. You be painting the wall.
Bro, this is no shit. Pointing down.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll come this way. I have peed over my head before with my shit pointing down. I'm just saying. Cheryl says point it down. It's not as simple as you think it is.
No, and they don't realize that. And then when they get on us, so to take in consideration how y'all feel, I don't want to walk in the bathroom and smell it pissy. So I pee in the urinal, dump it out, clean the urine out, and go back. I'm cool. I'm good. Because I'm going to work with what makes the house works better for the person that puts. I wasn't cleaning the house unless Hanifa went in to the hospital, wasn't feeling well. She was home most of the time, so she did it. I'm not going to make, because she does it, mean that I can just overlook and just do anything I want to. I'm going to be considerate of her as well.
But what? Okay, 2 questions.
Yep.
And I don't want to sound slow.
Uh-oh.
What is a urinal? And 2, why is your urine so smelly?
No,
if
so what
happened?
Okay,
Water will clear a lot of
I'll explain it. So a urinal is there's female urinals, and then there's men urinals. You'll see them in the hospital, where it's like a thing where you can clip it on the border, you hold it in your hand, and it's like a clear cup, like a cup, but it's long. And most of the women urinal don't have a top on it, but a man urinal has a top, a lid on it that you can fasten, and it stays cupped to there. The second thing is no matter how clear your urine is, urine still is the breakdown of the body. So if you pee on the floor, even if it's a couple of drops, when it dries, the dry urine, the acid in there becomes that smell. So it's not about your urine being so concentrated or strong. It's the same thing. If you throw an egg and you let an egg dry and let 3 days go by, imagine what that egg gonna smell like. So the same thing when you sprinkle around the back of that seat or on the side of the floor and that dries up, it gets a smell because there's a breakdown of the body, and the more that it lives out, the more smell it gets to it. That's the science to it.
Bro, I love asparagus. I swear I do. But asparagus, ooh, I'll run you out of that bathroom, cuz.
Yeah, it's definitely stuff that you putting in your
Yeah,
body.
the breakdown. Remember, we have acids in our body that our body is breaking down these chemicals. These are chemicals in our body. That's why when you pass gas, it smells like that because it's the breakdown. It's the gas, the certain gases that smell bad. You all been in science class before and you smell a certain gas, like, what is that? It smells like somebody went to the bathroom. It's the certain gases that are in our body that breaks down our food, y'all.
Okay. Oh, Cheryl agrees with you. She says asparagus make your pee stink.
Yeah, it's the mixture. Yeah, it's this mixture of the urine and the acid. That's it.
Y'all never smelled.
Well, one more thing, Victor. One more thing. Just like when people get gout or kidney stones, it's basically the uric acid that crystallizes. So when you pee and it hits the floor, it's basically starting to crystallize, and that's why it gets the scent, Sister Veronica. So that's just to give you a little bit.
Damn, Tyrone said everybody don't get that smell. I'm gonna tell you something. If I eat a bunch of asparagus and I love it, I'm gonna run you out of that house. I'm gonna run you out that bathroom. You coming up out of there.
It's definitely a different thing, like things that you eat. Even when it comes to like eating clean, some things that you eat can make your urine or your bowels a different scent for sure.
Correct. Definitely.
What about eating coochie?
I never did
Coochie
that.
good.
So I couldn't.
Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. But Fatim, does that make you?
Please don't ask him.
Eating coochie.
If the woman eating some pineapples and mangoes, we in good shape, bro. We in good shape. If they eating a lot of pineapples and mangoes, we in good shape. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
That thing tastes sweeter, don't it?
Sweeter, baby. Sweeter. That's right. That's right.
Have you been eating fruit lately?
Ooh.
I love fruit, actually.
Listen, pineapple
Mhm.
juice. If a woman is eating a bunch of pineapple, we can taste it.
All right.
I hear
Right.
that.
Mhm. There you go. You can't, Victor. You can't fake the funk to people who know the deal. You understand? If you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. That's all to it.
It ain't nothing funky about pineapple juice.
Ain't nothing, boy. That's something.
Nice and smooth.
That's the syrup.
All
Like
right.
that fruit cocktail and peach syrup in the can.
Sure.
Man, let's ride. Let's ride. I got to go. Let's ride.
Oh, Lord. Final thoughts. I'm so glad we're moving along. Yes. All right. So
Yeah, you got work to do. I give my final thoughts since I'm, So real quick, sister, if have a talk with the brother, communicate. And if you mention it and you wrote us the letter to give you advice, have another conversation, but explain that from at least from my point of view, that if he is not going to try to change or meet you halfway, then where's he giving you consideration? Where's he giving you that respect? The same way as you put that on the table, he may also come with some things to put on the table that you didn't mention that he may not like. And that's how y'all two can work and overcome this. If you put this out to him and he doesn't improve, then you got to see what's more important to you. Is this relationship more important? Is there other things that is bigger and more important that he's doing? Or is this things to a turnoff that he becomes repulsive to the point that you don't want to be around them? And if you don't want to be around them, then the love that you may have for him may start to dissipate. So you got to make your choice on that, sis. Okay?
I'm gonna say, sweetheart, I think you're overreacting. To an extent. Why don't you weigh your options and make sure what you're complaining about is worth complaining about? Is it that detrimental for you to leave this man when there are so, in my opinion, there are so many more things that people deal with on a regular basis that they breaking up people over versus chewing and toilet paper? I feel like you picking. But if it's that detrimental to you, leave his ass. That's it.
Yeah. Both of you, great advice. First of all, young lady, thank you so much for writing your email letter. We appreciate you. I have to agree, like, and Tyrone put out a good point. He says, if you really want to stay, talk it out. If you don't really want to be there, roll out. And those are the two options that you have. I'm glad that you noticed this at the beginning instead of, waiting so long down the road to talk about it a year, 2, 3 years later to really let it all build up. And then it's like, oh, I can't take it no more. So I think it is great when you find out stuff at the beginning of meeting someone, because you say y'all been together a few months now. It sounds like y'all pretty much live together. I don't know, because you didn't put that in the email letter, but it kind of sounds like you all spend a lot of time together in the same house. So now is the time to have this conversation with this man. Do not wait. Do not put it off. Have this conversation with this man. And if you don't see any changes, then don't settle. If this is something that is really bothering you, and like I said, things that we think is small, this got to be really bothering you for you to write a letter and asking for advice. So do what you got to do. Have this conversation with this man. Go from there and see where it leads. Because sometimes when people are stuck, stuck may be the wrong word, but if people are comfortable and set in their ways, sometimes they're not able to shake that off because they're so he's used to eating that way. He is used to not changing the toilet tissue roll. You know what I'm saying? He's used to running out the house and not brushing his teeth. Things that you're noticing this man is used to. So have a conversation with him and just go from there. And if you feel like if it's something that he can't change or you don't see him changing, then you do what you got to do. Point blank, period. All right. Once again, thank you so much for your email letter. You too out there can share email letters with us. Your name will stay anonymous. tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. Just send your email letters there. If you have a topic suggestion, if you would like to be a guest on the show, tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. All right. Thank you all so much for watching tonight. We appreciate you, all of our Facebook fam, all of our YouTube family that's been watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. We appreciate all of you. Brother Fatine, all the way from WBLS radio station, New York. Thank you, my brother Vic White. Thank you so much. We appreciate you as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And our queen sister and her natural beauty right there, Sister Veronica.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate y'all. This is where we talk about any and everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great week. Love upon one another. Enjoy life to the fullest. And yeah. Love, love, love. What do you say, Vic? Oh, I thought you were saying something.
No.
He was saying toodaloo. That's what he was saying.
Oh, toodles. All right, guys.
That's what he was saying.
Have a great night, and we will talk to y'all hopefully next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Take It to Your Life, right here live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, guys. Bye.